Love the hair. Love the hair. It's great New Year's Eve hair, I think. My next roommate, he still calls once in a while. Both of them actually, both the main ones, because there was 7 of us in the apartment for a short period. At least on the weekends there was. There was only 6 of us during the regular week. 1-bedroom apartment in Hollywood, down the street from Hollywood High. Well, he used to have a blue mustache. He used to say it's very new millennium. I was like, oh, okay. I guess this is very new millennium right here. Very new millennium, huh? It's 2011 coming up. There's a fantasy update. Homer Cocktail 14. Woke up this morning, got myself a beer. Okay, let's roll with it now. I'm about to head down to the coffee shop because last night I did a piece on algebra. Algebra for my Homer Cocktail 17 with his mathematics. And it's about 22 megabytes. And I don't have Wi-Fi over here. So I gotta go to the coffee shop. Let's get a little pastry, semblance of breakfast, I guess. Something to drink. Besides the beer. So then, but this is a fantasy update for, what is this? 12/08/2010. Because, we're going to incorporate the day pretty much in these updates. And last one, I pretty much spoke over a slideshow. And it's probably going to be either or where I speak with my little iPhone camera, or else I'm going to do a slideshow. And I just updated my slideshow. It was a Sonic Pix Lite, which was free. And you basically could pick from 3 pictures and then talk over them. And for $2.99, you could have unlimited amount of slides. So I went ahead and paid the basically $3. I went a whole year with this iPhone because I heard horror stories of people getting addicted to apps. I went a whole year without so much as buying a song. And then once I went a year, I promised myself a month, but I went a year. Once I was a little over a year, I went ahead and bought a few songs. Just for the heck of it. Then I bought a couple of apps or whatever, and I still don't think I've spent more than $20 total as far as the apps. I bought Sims 3 and Civilization, so it might be as much as 25 counting the songs. Which, hey man, that's good for me. I just heard about people when these iPhones first came out that were getting shipped reams of paper, reams of fucking paper, $600, and I was like, please let me not be that thing. Please let me not be that thing. And the free apps did me pretty good. But I'm here to talk about my fantasy sports. And last week I showed you at my Homer Cocktail main site. I have 4 football teams. Yahoo allows you 4 football teams per email site you have. 3 of them were in first place. One of them got knocked down to second place, the Mutts. Otherwise, I have 2 in first place, 1 in second, 1 in third. Okay? And the Mutts are in a tie as far as wins. And they're literally 4 points behind, because that's a tiebreaker, the number of total points you have for the season. So I'm not that far in second place. And as long as you're in the top 4, unless it's a custom league, you're making the playoffs. So no big deal. No big deal for any of them. So that's looking good. And last couple of weeks I've been making recommendations about who to add. Keelan Williams was a recommendation 2 weeks ago. He hasn't panned out too well. Brian Westbrook, I guess he's doing okay. That was last week's recommendation. This recommendation to get ready for the playoffs, I'd say make sure you get a good defense. Check the matchups. If you have a quarterback that throws a lot of interceptions, or you're playing a team that's not with it on the offense, get a good defense. Find the matchups, get a good defense. Even if you already have a good defense, the Jets are usually a good defense. They played the Patriots last week, and they got their asses spanked. So basically, if you could have picked up someone that played, let's say I'm not sure who got shut out, but the Titans and the Niners, and there's some struggling teams out there that aren't consistently moving the ball. Okay. Jay Cutler throws a lot of interceptions still, says, Brett Favre's out, but he was throwing a lot of interceptions. And usually you can find a good defense out there. I got to keep this less than 10 minutes. So we'll move on from football. You probably already know, being that this is Homer Cocktail 14, that I just don't have one Yahoo email account. I basically have to set up a different email account for every Homer Cocktail YouTube site that I have. And I spread myself thin last year with baseball. And I'm spending too much time updating the rosters. I recommend you get a good app. I have for the iPhone here Fantasy Monster. And it'll cover all your Yahoo Fantasy Sports, and it'll cover your ESPN. And you don't have to manually input things if you don't want to. Football is no big deal because you only update once a week, basically. There's Thursday game now, there's a Sunday game, there's a Monday night game. Pretty soon there will be Saturday. But pretty much once a week. Every Tuesday, as long as you update your roster and keep an eye on the injuries, then everything's okay there. And as Fantasy Monster, you shake it, and it'll automatically put the highest ranked people in positions. And that goes for the hockey, it goes for basketball, it goes for football. And baseball starting up in February, the drafts will start up. And I got addicted to the drafts. And I had way too many teams going on. And when I was young, they used to play bingo, I think at the VFW. And a rumor had it that my aunt used to play multiple cards, a lot more than just one. And if you can keep up, hey man, do it. Otherwise, it's not fair to other people in the league. And I tried to keep up as best I could. And right before the All-Star break, I pretty much let off for a couple of months. And I managed to make a run at it in a few teams. One of my rotisserie teams, the Cylons is Battlestar Galactica equivalent of Stormtrooper. I was still in first place even though I hadn't touched that in a couple of months. So I did well, but I got sick of the daily hassle. So this year I got a fantasy app. All you do is shake the thing, and it'll automatically set your lineup. And I did more with less. So we'll talk about baseball coming up, and I still have to load a few files that I have to go to the FedEx office basically to do it, or get another email account. I'm coming on 10 minutes here. So I just want to mention one of the basketball teams, the Cocktails. I did a draft for. I still got to load that, but that bounces between first and second lately, out of 12 teams in the rotisserie league. And hey man, it's been fun. And we'll do well. Party on. Cool. I'm gonna have a drink of this and gotta go.